Hello, here is BB Walker. I hope you are doing well. Today, as I promised, a quick and first video about the Boss RC505. It's a loop station, and today we will be using it with Yamaha PSR S670, which you know from my channel widely. So let's get started. Alright, so if you are watching my channel, you may know that in a few videos I was trying and showing you some examples how could you use a keyboard to make some chord progression, to record this chord progression, make a loop of it, and then use it for arranging, adding another layers, or just soloing, practicing, and so on. It's a very convenient tool if you would like to making music, making arrangement, or composing new stuff. So the first video is where I was using Syle Creator, so completely without external stuff. And this video could be linked in the description, so please check it if you would like to know how to make a chord progression using Syle Creator and then practicing. Then I was using Zoom G3Xn guitar amp, guitar effect, which has a built-in looper. However, there is only one track looper. And lastly, I think I finished my discoveries. I finished my journey, because this loop station is widely used by other YouTubers, but for me, I would like to use it as a machine for practicing, machine for composing songs and making like performances. And in today's video, I will only show you some licks, some basic introduction, how could you connect it and use it with Yamaha or any other keyboard instrument, because actually there is no magic. You just use one of the outputs. You can of course use stereo. However, in my setup I have this separated drums. On left channel and right channel goes the rest of the stuff. However, the basic operation. This is a multi 5-track independent looper. Each track is recorded separately, like in my video about Zoom G3 Zoom recorder, Zoom H4N Pro, where I was showing you possibilities of multi-track. Here you get this multi-track on 5 different and separate tracks. So you can use it to play a track if you record it. Now I have prepared some tracks for demo. This is a chord progression of Canon D. Here is bass. You can mix it so you can change the volumes. So basically this, of course there's a lot of features in here. However, the basic concept of this device that you have 5 separated tracks. They are synchronized, as starting and ending on the same measure. For example, this is a 4 measure track. However, you can record longer tracks. You can attach tempo. You get this real-time effects, input effects, a lot of things which I will discuss in another video. However, today I would like to show you. Let's go to completely new bank. There is nothing is recorded in here. I have this. I hope it's seen. So basically, we will record the basic stuff which you need if you would like to use it with another device. Tap tempo is a place where you can set up the master tempo. And the crucial thing is, something is wrong with this LCD screen. I think the contrast is too big. Maybe I will go down. Okay. Sorry for the technical thing, but this is the first video about the Zoom Boss loop station. Okay, so we got 85 BPM tempo as the master tempo, and the same tempo I will set up in here. It's acoustic rock with 85 BPM tempo. I'm using this bright piano for the first take, and the connecting the cables. I'm using the in is only instrumental mono input, and one of the outputs from Yamaha goes here into input. So this is about the basic, and this output goes to the Zoom for recording, and then to mixer and to the speakers. However, it's not important. You can use earphones in here or just put to the speaker. And this is because I would like to record also on multi-track, a little bit more complex setup. However, if you go to another stuff with Boss, I hope it's seen. Okay, so the basic operation, master tempo, it's the first stuff which is very, very crucial and important to play in tempo. If you have this tempo, you can start the beat 85. If you press edit, go with this button, you can choose for many beats, shuffle, pops, and so on. Kick and hi-hat one is okay. I think it's neutral. So let's leave this. Exit to main screen. Stop. This tempo is this rhythm actually is the same like in this Zoom G3Xn. Please refer to this video. I don't use it in live performance. I'm using drums from Yamaha PSR, but because they are nice fill in, fill up. But if you're recording it, it's very convenient to have this beat or just simple metronome. There is a metronome, ping, 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 to have this counting and so on. And another stuff which I am using personally is when I press edit. Sorry, not edit. Actually, it's edit here to have this. To have this pre-counter. So you press edit in the rhythm section and again edit, and this by the default is off, but I would recommend you to set up one measure, so before the first loop recording there will be counting in, so you will be able to play this loop for the beginning to the end, because the first loop that we record, this bright chord progression, bright piano chord progression, will be crucial. So let's try to do this. So only these two things. First, set up the tempo, master tempo with your song, and then go to rhythm edit and set up this recording counting bar, pre-counting. It's it's good to have it. So I will show you why. Okay, so let's start recording. I'm ready with my instrument. I will show you those two devices because I will be operating them both. And let's start to do something. 2, 3, 4. And now this loop is recorded. Green, playing. Overdubbing, stop, not playing. And if you have recorded your first loop, this go to edit and you will see the measure. The measure is 4 bars because it's 1 bar, 2 bar, 3, actually two separated chord progression. It gives me one pattern, and now you get another track, so you could do a lot of other layers. So basically at this stage you can have this, you give a little bit volume down and solo. So as you can see, very fast way to record some chord progression and then used for the soloing. Please, check my video about style recording. You will see Syle Creator, sorry. You will see how many things I need to prepare in Syle Creator. Set up the tempo, bars, record, loop, save the style, go to playing, and then I was able to play. Here, you just instantly play. Of course, this is digital recording, not MIDI. So, advantages, pros and cons at the end of this video. However, the concept, you get this track, it's perfectly in a rhythm. Actually, there's a lot of things. However, it used the auto trimming and synchronizing. So, you play with the rhythmic. Here you hear the rhythmic. Of course, you can disable it or enable. This beat comes from the loop station, but if you have the same BPM in here, you can start in a 1, 2, 3 and you get this rhythm. You need to start in a moment, of course, but then you will be able to make a transition and solo. So a lot of possibilities for live stage performance, but I'm using it for composing music. However, I got this chord progression, then I will add another layer. So I just need to find another, voice. This nice strings, and let's record it. And if you have this first loop, rest of them by the default are synchronized. Of course, you can use it as a one-shot loop or extended loop, but in a super basic default, and this video is only about super basic default usage of this device, you just play the loop. You don't need counterbars in here, and if you are ready, just push this and play. And you don't need to start exactly in the moment, because if it ends, it starts overdubbing. So we will be overdubbing, but you need to focus where the slides changes. So we get now two tracks exactly perfectly synchronized, and we are ready to go with, I don't know, maybe bass. Okay, let's record bass. So you don't need to start all the tracks, you could just start one. You can disable this tempo, however, it automatically again if you start recording. And we get bass. We could disable rhythm. Okay, so you get the basic, the basic look about the possibilities of this device. And of course, there is a lot of possibilities in here. If you have this loop recorded, you just press write and save it in memory, so they are saved, and these wave files could be imported into computer and then used in DAW to make them for editing if you don't want to use it live. However, you can just mixing live. You get this, you got here a lot of built-in effects. You can use an effect on an input in real time, or you can in real time modify the track. I will show you this. Effects on track number 3. On this we will okay, disable, on this enable. So I will enable only the FX on track number 2. This is first, second, third track. Those have this disabled effects, and if you press it, there's a lot of effects you could change. For example, filter. So a lot of possibilities with this device. It's not a sponsored video. I was looking for something which helped me in my recording and instantly mixing and making arrangement and then using in a mixing in a real time. And the another advantage of this is that I could separate the track from drums, this one and this output from the Yamaha. And this is exactly the same situation that I'm doing in the video about Zoom. So the mixer is style completely to the left and the voice is completely to the right. So there is a stereo output in Yamaha and only one channel goes here, and the second channels go to the Zoom G3 not G3, sorry, the Zoom H4 Pro handy recorder to have completely synchronized but separated tracks. So the drums are just recorded separately. It's not in a loop. I could play the loop or start the rhythm. Completely independent. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun with this. So it was the first video. I know it's chaotic in some way, but if you have any questions, you want to explore more some topics, just give me a comment and I will explore more topics. We could talk more about this device, so this loop station, how to use it with microphones, because you could also, it has a built-in preamps and phantom power, so you can use, I can use my Rode M3 condensed microphone to have it. Or we can just explore more technical features about this signal splitting into right and left and recording it separately. The mixer that I'm using here is only for the speaker, because I am able to play rhythm and using this Behringer I could mute some channels. First is the boss, the second is in here. so I could mute drums if I need, and so on. So as you can see, this setup is complete for home recording studio, and if you have any question about how to use it, how to, you know, explore more with this device, just give me a comment. So to summarize all this stuff, this device, this loop station, is used by beatboxers, live stage performers, which use microphones and any other devices. Of course, I could also use another stereo channel, so right channel in this condition, to plug in my Zoom G3X guitar effects, so record also loops with guitars. Because if you watch YouTube, a lot of YouTubers use it with guitars, vocals, and maybe some of them uses keyboards. In this video, I am showing you, and I have shown you actually, how to use it with you know, keyboard, which doesn't have to be very expensive keyboard. With such a device, you have extend the abilities, the function of your not very expensive keyboard, because PSR S670 is very cheap, I think. According to the possibilities, if you watch my channel, you can see a lot of stuff which is in here. So recordings with Syle Creator, multi-track recording and MIDI. But just imagine the possibilities with layering after layering and use it for live performance. So basically, if you use it to record some strings, bass line, piano, guitars, you can record it and then use it for playing as a DJ. However, of course, you can add some soloing live performing stage. It's really cool. Endless possibilities for this. I'm having it about 2 weeks maybe, and it's really cool. As I said, it's not a sponsored video. I'm just exciting about it, so I'm saying it just that, like other stuff which I have in some Zoom G3, Yamaha, everything which is good for me, I'm discussing it. Maybe I will find better, so I will tell you as soon as I find something. The disadvantages of this one, of course, there is only one disadvantage that I have found this time, and this is the price, because it's not a cheap device. I think it's half of the price of the Yamaha PSR Keyboard. However, powerful device, really powerful, lot of possibilities, actually great. I am also planning to use it with my Kawai KDP 110 digital piano, because it is also possible to make, you know, loop and then play this loop and, you know, give some soloing. It's impossible to do with Kawai KDP. Because it has a lot of very limited functions, like going to MIDI. There's only 3 tracks to record on MIDI, so please refer if you're interested about my video about the Cubase DAW software recording MIDI going out from the Kawai, or use it as a MIDI keyboard. However, with such a device, you could significantly increase the performance, and so you record chord progression on piano, nice sounds, and then on another layer, or just strings or any other organs, because there are a few sounds other than just grand piano and from this Kawai. So I think it's all for now. As I said, thank you for all the comments, for all the thumb ups, and if you like this channel, just subscribe. And as I said, I will say it again, if you have any, you know, questions about particular way where you want to explore more this device, just give me a comment and I will prepare a video. I know that I have some new topics waiting for me about the drum kits and MIDI and so on. I promise I will record another video as soon as possible, maybe a few days from this time. So have a nice weekend, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching. It was BB Walker. Good luck.